things. The first one this actually happened yesterday morning. When we had a briefing yesterday, we were still investigating it, so we didn't have any information then. But yesterday morning, it was about 4 a.m. We had a woman that was sleeping in her room. This was inside an apartment in the 600 block of South Duluth Avenue. She was awakened by a person in her room. She knows this guy she wasn't necessarily that concerned about it. He asked her to give her a ride, so she went to give him a ride. At some point, he wasn't happy about where they were going or what was happening, and he pulled out a gun. She said he didn't threaten her with it, but he just kind of did that, just used the gun for show, I guess. He put the gun away. He ended up pulling out a knife. He was sitting in the back seat, so he used that knife. He reached around front and then held that knife to her throat, kind of told her where to go, and eventually she dropped him off. It wasn't reported right away. There was another relative that she lives with, and that relative called us about 7:15, and that relative had noticed a handgun was gone, and there was a window broken at the apartment. So they figured the suspect obviously broke the window, stole a handgun, and then essentially kidnapped this other relative. So we had some information. We knew who he was. Our street crimes officers found him about 1:30 this morning. He was in a hotel in the 3000 block of West Russell. He was arrested. Once they arrested him, they found a gun that had the serial number removed on it. We're not sure if that was the gun that was stolen or not. Still working on that. But he was arrested on quite a few charges. We had aggravated assault, burglary, kidnapping, robbery, grand theft, possession of a firearm with an altered serial number, and intentional damage to property. The one that he was in the car with, she was not injured at all, and actually nobody was injured. So his.
And there was no kidnapping in it?
There was the kidnapping was using the force. So when he held the knife to her throat and was telling her where to go, obviously she didn't feel comfortable leaving at that point in time.
So that was one of the charges?
That kidnapping was one of the charges. Yep. His last name is Carlstrom, Carlstrom. First is Savivaughan, Savivaughan. Middle name is Robert, Robert, and he's 21 and a transient.
From Sioux Falls?
Sioux Falls area, I guess. Doesn't have an address. So.